Coventry. Road. And here's that amazing view, Kenilworth Road. Just walk along this lot. Coming back from Kenilworth. So just parked in Beechwood Avenue. I'm just going to walk into town. If memory serves me well, I think this is the road that Penny's house is on. It's up here on the left at some point, and there's that weird little park with the tennis courts near James's old school. I'm just wondering whether I am on the right road. Might not be. I'd got it wrong. That was Warwick Road. This is Belvedere Road. But they do look pretty much the same. So I parked miles and miles away from where I wanted to park. Never mind. 37 years ago when I was learning to drive, I used to have to try and reverse round this corner without hitting the curb. My driving instructor was a horrible little git. There was a little red nice train. No, it wasn't. It was a little red Met train. Anyway, I think that's Penny's house. I remember that doorstep well. Ooh, spooky. Mum and Dad actually looked to buy that place years and years ago. I think it was that one. It's really weird because it still had bloody servants' bells in it. So here we are. We've got the little park here. Have they still got the tennis courts? Yes, they have. Okay. Still a nice area. Looks like they've still got the bowls. Yeah. When you think about it, when they laid these areas out and designed them originally, they're really clever. Because like play area for the kids, and for the older people you got the tennis, and then when you get to like our age you get knackered, you can still carry on with some bowling. Lovely. Of course it's Henry VIII School. We're going to be going I remember here. I remember, Carson, it was your birthday and you living somewhere in Elsdon, and we met up and we smoking loads of spliffs or something. Bizarre. Okay. Yeah, shortly be going over Anarchy Bridge. God, I remember wandering about here. Christ, look at the cranes. There's loads of work being done here. So, I'll be very curious to see. Of course, all that development was only about 25 years ago. Very curious to see along here if there are still any Pink Panther footprints. And so far, nope. And of course the building that they used to disappear over the rooftops over, it's completely gone. Very different. Oh my god, look at the British Rail Terminal. Christ. Might have a snoop along there on the way back. entrance to Coventry station down there then. Okay, big old footprint on here, yes. That's one. There's another one. Yeah. There's another one. So Fenny's brother climbed all over a roof of a derelict building and put Pink Panther footprints. Alright, I'm thinking that the Tam O'Shanter Social Club is somewhere around here. I remember coming down here on skateboards. Still a bit of a dump, isn't it? Not looking the best, really. What have we got here then? Okay. This looks a bit familiar. Warwick Road. The footpath is temporarily closed, but everyone's just ignoring it. Looks like major work up ahead. So yeah, like Intershop's gone then. Crikey. Wonder if you can actually go left up here. Let's see where we go. Nope. Can't go left.
Yeah, so I'm at
So, here's the Regeneration Project Office. That's what it's going to look like then. It's just about everywhere shut. Okay. Can we go by the old dog and trumpet? No. God. So what they're doing here then? That's pretty much the same as when I was here last time. I used to look better when it was Owen Owen. I got my phone nicked. There we go. Still got Marks and Spencer's. They open now, isn't it? Okay. Nice in the summer, I suppose. Yeah, you can't go any further down here, look. Yeah. So it's all gone then. The market's still there. Let's have a look what they've done to the lower precinct. Still got all those old neon tubes up on the walls. Still got the old Wimpy. Park Lane's gone. Wow. And I can't see Browns either. There's the edge of the market. Up there's the old arcade that had the birdcage and stuff, and bog and black bat. All gone. Right, carry on. So they won't touch Bond Street. Well, that's still fine. It's like there's an entertainment complex there with golf and stuff. It's nice. Yeah, that pub over there, the Town Crier, says that they do open mic nights, which is good. Bizarrely, I think that used to be Clark's. I remember going there with my nan. I was at primary school. She bought me a pair of really good Spoons shoes. I thought they were well trendy. And then my mother saw them, told my nan off, and said that they were disgusting and they had to be normal shoes, and so we had to take them back. So nice of it considering it was cool. They were cool. Right, it's obviously the Belgrade. The fountain today, very small. Yeah. So look what state this place is in then. It's a bit tired, I suppose. Yeah. Right, let's cross. It is very bizarre here though, because you do not see many white people. He said it sounded very racist, but it's just an observation. On the Burges now. Winter Parsons Nose still exists, don't it? Remember that shop called Nicholas? It was the men's outfitters. Is that club called Shades or something? Yeah, this has looked well different for some time, hasn't it? So you got the Transport Museum, which used to be free to get in. Of course, now isn't. Off to the left, you've got Hillfields, where I lived when I was born. Stunning. To see that there's still Sainsbury's here. I doubt whether there's that roundy car park on the roof, mind. It's incredible those high rises are still up. Then I got one of the cheapest meal deals I've ever had. It's £3.95 from Sainsbury's. There's the entrance to Sainsbury's, but you can't come out that way because there's a one-way system because so many people apparently steal stuff. Okay, so you go in there, then you have to go all through the store and all through the whatever. Okay, I'm going to go down to the swimming baths now. See what's going on. I mean, this is just weird. Even Coventry Transport Museums now start to look really old. That arch looks odd. That's strange. God, this is just as miserable as it always was. Probably worse. Ah. That's interesting. Apparently there's a two-tone museum somewhere near here. They wanted a radical new look after the war. Or did they not realise what happened to concrete? Is it ages? Because this all looks bloody awful. I'll tell you what, if you arrived in a taxi here, you'd be impressed, wouldn't you? Christ, look at that. It's disgusting. What the hell are they building here? Are you building it or taking it down? That's called baths. So that must all just be student accommodation then. There we are then, that's Cobb Baths. And when Dad dropped me off on a Monday morning, he used to dread it. God, it's looking poor now, isn't it? Imagine how proud they were when that was finished. It's huge. And now it's waiting to be demolished. Okay. Here we are at the old site of Theatre 1. Looks good, doesn't it? So I went to see Porky's twice with Penny. There's another sad view from the swimming pool sports centre complex. Round here it really does look like a shithole, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't remember that. That open walkway up to the cathedral. God, it's a real student hub now. Everything seems to be for students. There's the old theatre. Can't remember what that one was called off the top of my head. Oh, my nan used to work there as an usherette. That was where we went to see Monster, wasn't it? That X thing. Of course, it's now part of the university. Oh my god, and so is the building next to it. And there's a student stop supermarket, so I probably can't go in there. I would go down there, but can't be asked. I might wander down there. Do you remember that joke shop that used to be on the corner here? Well, it was a shop where you could buy joke things, like sugar cubes with plastic spiders in them, and the mustard powder. Nah, not the mustard powder. The powder in the mustard sweets. That's what it was, mustard sweets. My God, I remember coming up here. That's where I used to walk from Marks and Spencer's to school. Towards Charterhouse now in the school. It's exactly the same, apart from shoddier. God, is there anything that's not shoddy? Good God. I can't quite remember which way we went here. I reckon it's left, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I'm going to go left. To Whitefriars. There's not a lot doing here either. Thinking maybe it'd be marvellous, but not marvellous. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. This should be a bloody museum. Great, look at that, just left. Right, let's go see if Billy Lane's is still open. Buy some maggots. It says W.H. Lane and Son. Still. Let's see. Let's see if this is open. Interesting buildings opposite. I've not seen those before. And this, oh. Haha. Marvellous fish, the roach. For the ultimate in angling. I reckon this is still open. Good God. Put my ugly stick in there. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same as it always was. That's wonderful. There we are. There's a Billy the Fish on the wall. Brilliant. And he goes on. Ah, let's cheer me up. It's used to be thronged by blue coats kids, didn't it? Walking along here, knocking each other's caps off, giving each other dead legs, and whacking each other on the BCGs. Happy days. Not really. Right, let's carry on. And over the road, Acacia Avenue. London Road Cemetery. As I'm suddenly sort of a lot happier, sort of more at peace. Probably because nothing's changed here at all. Oh God. God, I remember waiting here. Used to wait here loads of nights after school to see if Kate Bud's mum would give me a lift home. She used to pick us up here. It's a very different view now, looking into the city, isn't it? And can you get through there? Because that all used to be bricked up. But I think, hopefully, it looks like, yeah, brilliant, you can get into the cemetery there. So I can cut through on the way back. But that was definitely all bricked up and bizarre. Cool. Okay. Oh, I can hear kids playing at Blue Coat School. Right. This is all different. That bridge is just the same. Oh God, and there's the upper playing field. I think I'll just phone Newcastle. This is new. Very new. This looks a bit more luxurious than it used to. They've obviously redeveloped this area. Oh yes, there's still a pipe. Oh my God. So, I remember Paul Cutler trying to show off to the girls by going across the pipe. Of course, what he didn't realise was it's sort of the time of punk and spitting and all that rubbish. So, loads of lads, bastards, as soon as he sort of got to the middle, they just thought it was really, really funny to spit sacks in front of him and behind him. And then at him. Oh God. Yeah, like I say, it was a lovely, lovely time. Right, well look at this. This is looking nice now. So they've obviously decided not to bother with white... Oh God, look, there's our old school. They've obviously decided not to bother at all with Whitefriars, but to stick some money into Charterhouse. I think it's only just been finished. So that's quite interesting. Be worth going in actually some point. Yeah, it's all new look. It's just been finished. Let's see if we can get anywhere near school. Oh, it just makes me think of the cross country. It's ever so different now. I bet the school kids don't all walk past it anymore, probably not allowed. Well, this has all been fenced off anyhow. Oh, there's Tabletop Mountain poking through the gap. Up, down, lovely, lovely. There we go then. Still looks pretty similar. God. See if you can actually go along this path now. God, there's wildlife, look. I think that bridge was there, wasn't it? So we used to have to run down over and through by the side. Yeah. Oh look. There's the old PE centre. Right then, let's go back. I reckon. We'll go over. See where it goes. Slightly familiar smell, to be honest. That is really odd. Just me and you here. God, this seemed bigger. There's a girl called Leslie. I remember trying to. She was teaching me how to undo bras. So climb tabletop then. There we go. Just had a chat with that lady down there. She's lovely. One last look. Looks like it's been modernised a bit. Okay. Right. Dad was manager there for a while. I wonder if that's all I was going to say for road day. So we'll just go through the cemetery now. So here we are on Coventry Road. That's very interesting that someone not only jettisons their slippers but also their grey training shoes. Strange. Okay. So we've just reached the top of the shops, Charlesmore, and the Charlesmore pub is now and has the supermarket. Oh my goodness me, there is still a chippy where there used to be a chippy. I'm just wondering whether Bogart's Barbers is still down the bottom looking exactly the same. So yeah, there we go. Let's have a look down here. Some fine memories of travelling down here and getting stopped for drink driving shortly afterwards. Oh, good, there seems to be water in the pool. Pool? I suppose it's called Crimson Pool, isn't it? Still not sure about those rumours that that's where St George fought the dragon. So it looks like they've still got the two small pools. I'm just fascinated to see whether that Barbers is still there. Let's have a look. Should we come? Oh, I called it a cake shop. Oh, goodness me. Don't think it is, I think it might have gone. I think it finally... Oh no, I think it's finally gone and been turned into a subway. Let's see.
What are you doing out here?
No, that is indeed sad. One of the oldest shops. It was always here up until a couple of years ago. Has now been replaced by England's top market. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Still very busy. And this is Overscroft Road where my primary school, Manor Park was. And over there behind the black Mini, that was the first proper house we lived in Coventry. We used to keep our red setter in that shed. I used to like that house. It's quite small. Cornerways it's called. Yeah, and my school was down there on the right. A good looking girl called Nicola Pierce lived over here as well for a while. And a Kiwi girl called Teenia Tin Wheels, I think. Anyway, one last look. So when I was about 8, 9, 10, this was how I used to walk home from school. This was the route. I used to walk up here. Sometimes pop into the paper shop. And then just drop down to where we lived. There's the corner shops. That place on the very corner used to be a video nest for a while. And where you got the Premier, that was Patterson's newsagent. And where you got the wall with the bike, I left my brand new bike outside against that wall once. When I went to the paper shop, and then I went home, and the next day I was probably going out somewhere with Carson on my bike, so I went to the garage to get my bike and it wasn't there, was it? Because I'd walked home and left my bike outside the shop. Needless to say, it wasn't there, and I went back, and my father replaced it with a much cheaper bike to teach me a lesson and claimed on his insurance. Anyway, just up beyond there is the Open Arms, which was a decent pub. I think that's still open. And this is Dilletford Avenue. So let's go down Dilletford Avenue. Well, this is Lupton Avenue, and just up there on the left, I think it's where the white BM is. It's where my Uncle Rod lives. We don't talk to him, unfortunately. There we are. I think he lives at number 7. And one of these places with the pork shop off to the left, can't remember which one, was owned by my Auntie Betty and Uncle David for a while when I was young. She was lovely. And she used to always give me £5 for birthdays and Christmases. Something that's extremely strange is there, where those expensive cars are. We're talking 45 years ago, there were always expensive cars there. Can't surely be the same people who are still alive. That's odd. Still quite like it down here, mind. Wouldn't have been the end of the world if we'd have ended up living here. Just wouldn't have gone into the city centre, but well, that's a bit shabby over there, isn't it? Bloody hell. Get that sorted, you're letting the side down. Yeah, I was right. The next road's called Brayford Avenue. That's quite nice. Okay. It's the next one to the right, where Carson and myself lived. I'll have a look in a sec. Interesting to have the mini roundabouts. I don't like it. I actually think it makes the whole area look much worse. Stamford Avenue, we do the new sign, looks horrid. There we go. First of all, let's have a little look at number 7, which was where the Carberries lived. That's looking nice actually. Trees are a bit tall. But yeah, that looks really nice. There we are. Yeah. And next door looks good. There's Carson's old bedroom. I remember all his World War II models. Zoom in. Yeah, cool. Okay. Up Estates for sale. Is that number 14? Yeah. And then there's my old house. So you've had a bit of an extension on the side. Got rid of the front garden, which is a bit sad. It looks pretty good. Of course, are all the front gardens that we used to run through. And we used to run from the top of the street all the way down to the bottom. Just going through the front gardens. Back then there were more hedges. One thing's a bit disappointing is the fact that most of the trees from the front gardens seem to have been removed. Which is good for space and parking, but a shame because it really used to be a lot more attractive, I think. That's Stamford Avenue. Oh, that's Mrs. Pyramid's house. Oh my goodness. Here's a local church. And here's the church hall where there used to be a youth club. I'll try and find the Goods grave, one of my ancestors. Let's have a look. Somewhere here. They've all had it, haven't they? Nope. Oh, it's here somewhere. Church is starting to look a little bit old and tired now, maybe needs to spruce up. What a horrible sign for the church, it was boring. To Stychel Croft, which is still quite posh. Yeah. Yeah, it's all still very nice here. I wonder how much these are now. Well, let's just have a little look where we used to live. Here we are, 35. Stagecraft. Nice. It's always used to appear rather Dickensian. And that's interesting because that was always a cut through a hedge into the park, and they just must have thought, oh sod it, we'll just make it an entrance then. Okay. Ooh. War Memorial Park. Actually looks bigger than I remember. Yeah.